Hi guys, welcome back to another tutorial. My name is Lynn. If you're new, I'm glad you found my channel. So today's video is going to be a 0 to a 100 glam transformation and makeup tutorial. So today we are using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette again because I really wanted to create a more everyday kind of look for you guys, which will suit everybody compared to very colorful looks, because I know that colorful looks aren't for everybody. So the look that I have created for you guys right here is very versatile. You can use it in multiple occasions and it is just a beautiful look. If you don't have this palette, don't you worry. You can of course dig into some other colors and other palettes. I'm sure you have some similar colors laying around, but if you have this palette, great. It is an amazing palette. I really recommend it. I absolutely love this. So if you are excited and you enjoyed this tutorial, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to ring the bell and leave a comment, hashtag notification squad as well down below for a chance to get featured in my next video. Let me know you rang the bell and that you are a part of the fam. And without further ado, if you want to see me go from this to this, then please keep watching. So I'm gonna start off by adding some FARSALI drops to my face. And this is the Unicorn Essence Skin Enhancing Antioxidant Serum. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. I can't even describe the smell, but it really reminds me of vanilla, something vanilla scented, vanilla ice cream or something. It smells good, that's all you need to know. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the Benefit Professional just in my T-zone where I have a little larger pores. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my fingertip right here. And then I'm going to dab it in to my T-zone. And I'm also going to add some to my forehead as well. Just on the area where my pores are a little bit larger, because this primer is amazing. It really blurs out the whole face. So for foundation, I'm going to mix these two bad boys together. So I'm going to mix a little bit of the DIOR Star in the shade number 20, just to give my face a little bit of that glow and radiance. And then I'm going to get the full coverage using the Caffeine Lock It foundation in the shade N49. And as always, I'm going to apply that with my Morphe sponge. So I'm just going to dab the foundation into the skin. And I'm also pressing the foundation into the skin. I'm not dragging it because this will also help with the coverage and also help with the foundation going into the pores so it looks flawlessly. So for concealer, I'm gonna go back to my old and most loved favorite, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla. And I'm just gonna apply this under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, forehead, chin, and pretty much in the center of my face. And before I'm blending that out, I'm spraying a little bit of Fix Plus onto my sponge because this will help with the blending process and make it look a lot more natural. Then I'm going to go ahead and lightly set that using my SENSAI loose powder. Then I'm going to spray a little bit of Fix Plus on my face just to get a little bit of that hydration back. So since I have done my brows a million times and I have a brow routine up, I will just quick jump off camera, do my brows, and I will be right back so we can continue with the eyes. So now that the brows are on, I'm gonna prime my lids using the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre as always. And I'm using a flat definer brush right here to apply it. This is the Jessup 195. Then it is time to dig into the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I am going to start this tutorial by applying this white matte shadow right here, which is called Sails, and I'm pretty much going to apply that all over the eyelids and set the MAC Paint Pot. And I'm using a MAC 239 brush. Then I'm going to take this shadow right here, which is called Coastline, and we are going to blend this shadow into our crease as a transition color, and I'm going to use a Jessup small tapered blending brush in the number 222. This is like spring in a color. I absolutely love this shadow. And I'm also blending it a little bit upwards towards my brow because I have a lot of space. So now that I have the intensity that I want, I'm going to take this shadow right here, which is Estate, which is another matte transition color. And I'm lightly just going to take and blend that on top just to blend out the edges. So now I want to play with this brown color right here, which is called Palm, and this is a pressed pigment. So here we need to be a little bit careful because pressed pigments tend to have fallouts. So I'm going to use a MAC 239 brush. Every time I play with a pigment, I like to kind of press it in place before I'm going back in and blending it out. So I'm just placing it in my outer corner. Make sure we don't get any fallout. So now I'm going to take a more defined, smaller blending brush. This is the Morphe E17, and I'm carefully just going to start to blend out the brown shadow. So with this shadow, I'm taking baby steps, and I am blending the excess of the color into the inner corners. So I would take a smaller brush. This is a shading brush from Real Techniques, and we're gonna go back into that brown color and place it in the inner corners. Then I'm gonna go back with the MAC 239, and I'm just gonna press a little bit more of that pigment on the outer corners. I feel like I lost a little bit of that pigmentation once I blended it out. Then I'm taking the Morphe E17 again, and we're just gonna blend. This shadow is by far the hardest shadow to blend in this palette of those I have tried. This kind of sticks a little bit, and it loses a little bit of that pigmentation once you blend it out. But we just need to take our time blending it out, and it will all be well. Then I will go back with the Jessup 222 and dig into that color Coastline that we did use at the beginning, and I'm just gonna blend that into the crease to kind of blend all the shadows together. So next I'm gonna take this bronze shimmery shade, which is called Yacht. So I'm gonna apply this shadow to the middle part of the eyelid using a wet brush. So I'm gonna spray a little bit of Fix Plus on it. And then I think I will add a little bit of this shade right here on top, which is called Seaside. And I'm just going to use the same brush that are still wet, and we're just going to dab that on top of the bronze gold color. And then I'm just going to take the Morphe E17 that we used to blend the brown shadows, and I'm just going to go over the edges of the metallic, just to kind of blend all the shadows together. So for our lower lash, I'm going to take a Coastline and blend that on our lower lash line. And here I'm using a smudge eyeshadow brush. And I'm making sure that I'm connecting the outer parts to the upper shadow as well. And then I'm going to dig into Palm using a Morphe B30 brush, which is a very flat definer brush. And I'm going to apply this very close up to the lash line and blend it downwards and into the Coastline shadow. So I just went ahead and added some lashes. These are the ARDELL Double Up. Absolutely love them. Then I also went ahead and popped some Urban Decay Glide On 24/7 liner in the waterline. And the mascara that I'm using is, as always, my new favorite, the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. So now I'm going to contour the face, and I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette. As you can see, this has gotten a lot of love. I absolutely love this. And I'm going to use a brush from a Makeup Mecca today. This is the blush brush in 401. So pretty much what I do is like I'm dipping into the shadows. So I'm just gonna bronze and contour as usual. So my cheekbone, forehead, temples, jawline, and also a little bit down the bridge of my nose. I'm just going down the side of the nose and then also on the tip right here, because that is where the sun naturally would add some color. Then I'm gonna take some MILANI Baked Blush in the shade Rose Odoro and just add a little bit of a flush back onto the face. I love how gorgeous and natural this shadow looks. And I'm using a Real Technique blush brush, by the way. So for highlighter, I'm going to take the MAC Extra Dimension highlighter in the shade Oh Darling and place this on a Jessup 217. And I'm just going to place that on the higher points of my cheekbone. And then I'm going to take some down the bridge of my nose. And I'm also going to add some to the inner corners. Just a little pop of highlight. And also on our brow bone. Ooh, I just love this color so much, you guys. So now it is time for my favorite part of the tutorial, the lips. So I'm going to use the MAC Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Stanchly Stylish. And then I'm going to apply the Dose of Color liquid lipstick in the shade Rosebud. And I'm just going to pop this all over the lip. And this is like a gorgeous pinkish mauve color. And then I'm going to take the lip liner again and make an ombre effect. So I'm just going to darken up the outer corners. Then I'm just going to set my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter. Like if you want something that will make your makeup bulletproof and stay on all day, this will be your best friend. So definitely want to check out, especially for summertime, because your makeup won't move. So this is the final and complete look, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to recreate this look, be sure to tag me on my social media. I would love to see your recreation. My name is Lynn Hovig, pretty much everywhere, so I'm pretty easy to find. And if you're new and you still haven't subscribed, be sure to stick around, hit the subscribe button, and also ring the bell. So this video's shout out goes to Gracie Wee, which says, beautiful birthday look. I hope your day was amazing. The NARS blushes looks so gorgeous. I've always wanted one of their face palettes. Love the green. Hashtag notification squad. So thank you, Gracie, for being a part of the notification squad. I love you and I really appreciate your support. So if you want to be next video's shout out, be sure to ring the bell and leave a comment, hashtag notification squad, down below in the comments for a chance to get featured. And without further ado, thank you for watching. I love you guys and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah.